All right, I'm just going to walk through real quickly the different toolbar buttons we currently have. Like, these are bound to change at some point, but you can create a new file. And of course, when you click new here, it's going to default to the version. I'm using V2 and V64, bitness of 64 as my default version. It also always throws in the requires and single instance force for you, because obviously 99.9% of your scripts should have the single instance force. So we default that in there, but that's a great easy thing for you to be able to do. You can open a file, you can save or save as, you can close the file, you can cut, copy, paste, undo, redo. Of course, I can do a find. This is what I talked about in another video showing how the find works, so I'm not going to go too deep in there. But it does search both this file and included files, which is really convenient. This will run that script. This will run that script as an admin without you having to do anything different here, so it's very convenient. This will kill that script. If it was running, it could just kill it. And I believe if I had launched, let's just put a... Oops. Hello world. I'm going to run this. Now it's running. See the little green running guy here? That'll let you know that it's running, and I should be able to click this and kill it. And that's why that just went back to being the active one, not the green dot shows you which one's active, by the way. So that's really cool. This will compile the script for you. This is your help. So if I want to select a word and hit help, it should pop open to that version, both the bitness. So this is V2 help because I'm in V2, but both the bitness, or excuse me, the version of AutoHotkey and the word you had selected. The spy, this is our Automator Spy, which is, this we sell alone. I forget for how much, but it's a great tool. The other built-in window spy that you can still use but not launch from here, it goes crazy, right? So ours, you have to push the right click button, and you can have a static snot of what your mouse was over. And some of these things I can search, so I can say requires, and it's going to filter on those things. So this is the visible text. Here's all the text. Here's your status bars, and you can also search in your status bars where, oh, no, I can't, sorry. So that one we don't have a search on, it's just these two, sorry. This does show you the text of your status bar. This is a little big because my DPI is bumped up. It does tell you it's a normal process. It's not being run as an admin. Let me hit a hotkey to change my DPI. And I guess I'll relaunch the spy. There we go. And do this again. There we go. So you get a lot of information, tells you the DPI, which would have told me that. So there was a little bit of weirdness there in that the bitness of the script that you're running, that you're looking at, which is really cool. But if a script was being run as an admin, let me say if I'm going to run that as an admin, oh, it's not, it can't run a temp files without being an admin. So let me try this one. All right, now that's being run as an admin. I'm going to mouse over this, and when I hit the right control key, notice right here, it tells you admin process, like that thing is run as an admin. If you're going to try to automate it, you really need to elevate everything to run as admin, because you can't control that script unless your script is run as an admin. Well, I'm sure if you're new to AutoHotkey, maybe you didn't know that, but all of us, even those very, very experienced people, we've wasted countless hours trying to automate a program to finally realize it's being run as an admin, right? Even though the people said it wasn't. So our tool identifies that for you. It also lets you know if what your mouse was over was a Win32 controller or not. So it's very handy for that and the bitness of the program. So lots of great stuff. This is our spy, which is really helpful, but it's built into both the normal version of AHK Scriptmaker and the pro version, obviously. So you can, yes, zoom in, zoom out, and the debug, I'm going to let Irfan walk through the debug and how it all works. Oh, it's being run as an admin, so of course I can't do that. But I'm going to let Irfan walk through the whole debug. He spent a crazy amount of time, and also I just don't use the debugger that often. I should, I just don't do a lot of coding anymore. But we do have a debugger, and it's a very great thing to be able to do. So hope you enjoyed that. Cheers.